This August, I went solo camping in one of my favorite places, Pisgah National Forest in North Carolina. This was just a quick weekend trip, and per usual, it did not go completely to plan, but I still had a great time. Perhaps my favorite part of this trip was actually how it started. Last summer, I had my first whitewater experience on the Nantahala, and I knew I wanted more. For this camping trip, I booked an unguided trip down the Lower Green in Saluda, North Carolina, and I highly recommend it for those new to whitewater kayaking. I had a ton of fun. When I was done kayaking, I made my way to my campsite at Davidson River Campground in Pisgah National Forest, where I was promptly met with wildlife. I'm guessing someone who stayed at this campsite before found all these and put them together. It's not just luck that there's three all next to each other, but still interesting. So I'm camping at Davidson River Campground. This is campsite 47 in the Apple Tree Loop. It's a pretty spacious site. Got my tent pad here. Got picnic table, a fire ring back there, got a couple of trees around. I think these two were the only two I could actually use to set my hammock. All the rest were too far apart. But a pretty nice site. I feel like this campground did a really good job of leaving a lot of the natural plants that were already here. So I'll show you around to a couple of things I recognize. There is a ton of jewelweed around. Okay, I don't actually know what this is, but something with berries. It's autumn olive. Some sort of bramble. These might be black raspberries, but I'm not 100% sure. I think this is bristly locust, but again, not 100% certain on that one. Nope, I just got distracted by the bristles. It's wineberry. So my campsite's not actually on the river, but it is just a short walk to the river. Now that I'm recording, they're probably going to stop, but there were just bees flying in and out of this hole right above the rock. So look at the mushroom in the background. Ooh, there we go. This mushroom's so orange. Not picking up on the camera very well. Looks like neon orange. This one was already broken off. In case you're curious, it is currently mushroom season in North Carolina. So I think it finally stopped raining enough that you can actually hear me. The original plan today was to go mountain biking either in Pisgah National Forest or at Canoga. Flora and Middle Black are right across the road from this campground. Canoga's not too far either, and I have not been to Canoga in a while and I miss it. But it rained a lot last night. The trails closest to my house, you're not supposed to ride when they're wet because they leave ruts and it damages the trails. I'm not used to riding in muddy conditions, but Pisgah's a temperate rainforest, so if you never rode wet trails, you would never ride. And Canucka's a paid bike park, so they have paid staff to fix the trails. So technically, I could ride it either, but like I said, it rained a lot. So I might go for a run instead. There are some waterfalls nearby. I don't necessarily mind running in the rain. I just don't like getting started in the rain. Nor do I really want to go out and eat breakfast in the rain. Hopefully I get a little bit of a break soon. Alright, so I am going to have breakfast in a minute. I figured first I'd walk down by the river for a minute and see if I can spot any salamanders or anything. Okay, no salamanders yet. But in the time it took me to grab my phone, I missed capturing a fawn that was just right here. So I was originally supposed to do a guided waterfall trek yesterday, and then the kayaking that I did yesterday I was supposed to do this morning. And it's mildly disappointing I couldn't do the waterfall trek. They didn't have enough people sign up. But it's kind of a good thing, because this is what I would have been kayaking in. And I would have had to get ready and leave to go kayaking when it was downpouring. I think the river's running a little faster than it was last night. I do love the fog over the river. Alright, I've walked for a couple minutes now. Didn't see any salamanders, just saw the fawn, which is super cool. But the rain's starting to pick up again, so I'm gonna head back. So I did end up going for a run in Pisgah National Forest. My new goal for the day was to check out 4 new waterfalls from the Carolina Mountain Club's 100 Waterfall Challenge, which now that it's updated, it actually has 115 waterfalls. The new waterfalls I added to my list in the order that I saw them were Cedar Rock Falls, Grogan Falls, Long Branch Falls, and Tom Spring Falls. Still have not learned how to tell the difference between which is better, an orange jelly spot. But I'm pretty sure this is one of the two. Not quite sure what these are. They kind of look like ghost pipes. Those are usually all white. So I don't know, I'll have to put it in iNaturalist and see. They are not ghost pipe, they are pine sap, which is in the same genus as ghost pipe. So almost at the first waterfall for today. I believe there's going to be 4, and pretty sure they're all on the Carolina Mountain Club's 100 Waterfall Challenge. So looking forward to seeing some good waterfalls today. And after the rain we had last night, they should be all flowing pretty well. This one's not actually part of the waterfall challenge, it's just right upstream from the last one. Can't even reach it, but that is absolutely massive. I believe it's a species of Ganoderma. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but I believe it's in that family. I just don't know which one specifically. There are so many bright red leaves on the ground. I'm not quite sure why. It's beginning of August. The leaves have not started changing colors yet. I think this is a slime mold growing over top of the moss on the tree. I think this is either the early stages of dog vomit slime mold or many-headed slime, but I'm not sure which. Both are members of the true slime mold family. There's so much, I believe it's coral fungus, growing on this one tree. Hopefully no one comes flying down this on their bike. I doubt many people are out riding today with how wet everything is. Got some little baby mushrooms growing off this branch too. So I actually camped not too far from here when I did my first ever bikepacking trip last year, and I had planned to hike to this waterfall if I got to camp early enough, and I did not. I got to camp and it was almost dark, and I was exhausted, so I was like, I'll hike to the falls another day. So now it's another day. this waterfall wasn't on the list for today, but it was like right on my way back. I'm a little surprised I didn't see any salamanders or turtles out today. Did see a ton of mushrooms. I only got clips of like a fraction of what I saw. There's mushrooms everywhere, but not a ton of wildlife. It's kind of rare for a rainy day like today. So this is what I've been following, thinking it's a trail. Like there's clearly a path where people are walking. But then it just kind of stops, like it ends there and doesn't really go anywhere that way. So I took out my map and the trail's actually like up that way. I'm running parallel to it. So I guess we'll backtrack a little bit and get back on trail. I would keep pushing forward to see if maybe I can make some sort of trail back up, but I don't think it's gonna lead me back to the parking lot. So there's the path I was on, and this is where I'm supposed to be. If you want to see more from this weekend, I posted the full kayaking trip as its own video, which will be linked below. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support the channel further, be sure to check out my membership options and merch on Fourth Wall. And don't forget to be always adventuring.